Right, guys, it is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's November 4th, all right, and it's time to get to work. And I'm outside. As you can see, I'm out on my patio. It's a little junky leaves out here, so I'm not going to zoom in on everything, but I have my computer outside, and you can't really see it. I forgot how much sunlight there's going to be, so you probably can't see it, but I'm pulled up on the management of care questions that I send you through Google Forms. This is one set of questions. Now, for people who are working today, before you get ready to go to work, any day that you have this week that you have to work, you are still committed to do your five questions minimal. I'll give you that. If you can, if you're doing 12 hours, go ahead and say, I'm going to get 10 questions done. Okay? And if you are really on a 12-hour shift, you probably can do 20 minimal, right? Which will be one drill. One drill is 20 questions. But before you move on to another drill, you want to make sure you have mastered the content in that drill, that you understand why you got a question right or wrong. Now, if you can't really you work on it at work, let's say you're at a job where you can't have a phone, you can't have your cell phone, you can't have your computer, then what you do is you go in on your computer here or on your phone and you screenshot your 20 questions or your 5 to 10 questions, all right? Start out with at the max, I always tell people 30 to 50 a day, but if you don't have time to review all 30 or all 50 of those questions, cut it back. So if you're working, you probably can only do maybe 5, right? Or you might be able to do 10. But screenshot some of those questions on your phone or your calendar or your computer. Then what you want to do is email it to yourself. Once you email it to yourself, find a FedEx nearby, or if you have a printer at home, then you're blessed, honey. Go ahead and print that stuff out. But if you don't have a printer, go to FedEx. It's only going to cost you less than $1 or so to print out that, right? And you're only going to do this on your work days. So if you're working 3 days a week, hey, that's $3-4 that you're going to spend on those work days that you need something you can work on at work. All right. If you're pushing for time and you can't even get that done, these are 5 questions that I pulled up. You can't really see them, but I wrote down 5 topics. You look at those questions and you read it and you just figure out what's the topic. You can take you some resources. This is why I tell people it's good to have a good resource book. Saunders is pretty thick and heavy. You may not want to take that with you, but if you have some resources, if you don't, take your notes that you have that you've been using to tutor with me, all right? Or ask me, message me and say, hey, I need some notes on these things. This is what I'm going to study, all right? And I can send you some notes on DNR. Patient was found unresponsive. What do you need to do? There was a question about a patient on a vent, had a stroke, but the spouse is denying consent. Obviously, they can't consent for themselves because they're on a vent, and they're denying consent for treatment of whatever. Or maybe it's something you're about to do in the room. They're saying, nope, I don't want any of that done. I can send you some notes on that. I can send you the key information you need to know on how to figure out what can be delegated to the LPN or the UAP. There was 2 questions on that. The 5th question, I think this is management of care drill 4. The 5th question was about a patient had chronic pain. There was no relief, even though they was on oral PO analgesics, and they're saying I can't do the things I used to do. I'm not functioning well, right? And so I will send you things that you want to keep in mind for anybody who's on analgesics, chronic pain, not getting relief, saying they can't do the things that they want to do. What would be some nursing considerations? And this is general. We're just going to generalize it. Now, once you write your notes on this general information, then when you get a chance to go back to your computer on your off day to do the questions, you already have notes. You already have studied this content. You already know what you need to know to help you answer the question. And this is going to help you master, right? You have to master this information before you move on to another set of questions. Every day you should be mastering content. All right, you should be mastering your testing strategies and mastering your content. Management of care, there's some key things you got to know about management. Delegation is one. DNR and code status is another one. You need to know how to manage a person who is getting pain medication. All right, so I want you to take that into consideration. Contact me. let me know what I can help you with. Message me. Get your tutor sessions booked. And we're going to be doing some virtual classes pretty soon. You're going to find out some ways to get some free sessions, as well as I got to show you my study planner. It is completed, y'all. So I'm so excited about it. All right. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. It's so beautiful outside. It's nice and sunny. Have a beautiful, blessed day.